Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
But we also know what they're bringing next is something a little bit more on the galactic scale.
Wait.
Oh,
Justin just put in a request for a movie review.
Yes, he did.
Man Thing, and I happen to be looking at that.
I'm throwing that comment on here, everybody. Got a deep cut for you guys to review Man Thing movie from 2005. You know what? We're going to add it to the list very soon.
Yeah, because Man Thing's actually not that bad, and it's got boobs in it within like the first 5 minutes.
I don't even remember this fucking.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not remotely as good as Swamp Thing, but it's.
Is this kind of like Roger Corman's like Fantastic Four, where it was made and shot, but nobody's ever seen it except on shitty versions on like YouTube?
No, it was shitty versions released only on DVD to Walmart.
Oh, it's a Walmart binner. Okay. It was a binner, everybody.
Yes, it was. But going back to what you were saying before, as far as them taking a 5-year hiatus wasn't necessary per se.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get away from the Avengers. The Avengers are not the only Marvel team, and they tried kind of doing that by adding all these different other characters that they could make Avengers later on. No, just get away from the Avengers. Bring in your first family. They're kind of being smart by bringing in the Fantastic Four already being pre-established. No origin story. Let's just make it fun and go.
Yeah.
Okay, because we've done 20 origin stories already. I get that. But then really what they need to be doing is take this lesson that they're seeing right now on Disney Plus and see that the Avengers were never their A team. Up until the 2000s, the Avengers were always a B team.
Yeah, when I was growing up, Avengers was not the thing, like ever, as far as I knew, and I wasn't even the comic book guy. But as a casual, it's like you hear Avengers, it's like, huh?
They have their place of respect. Like they are in the universe, they are the ones. But when it comes to like popularity, who had the better stories during my childhood and your childhood, it was always the X-Men. X-Men were always king. Wolverine always owned that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always knew Wolverine. I always knew like the name, like of course all the X-Men, of course, but like I remember hearing like Gambit, Deadpool, like I remember hearing like Tony Stark, Iron Man. I remember hearing like Captain America. It was basically like the Superman version of DC. So it's like I kind of knew counterparts to what DC was doing, but that was about the kind of it for me. I never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy till they were making a movie. I'm like, huh?
I could not tell you how many iterations of the Guardians of the Galaxy that there were by the time that movie came out. Yeah. So who that they were going to pick to be in the movie was going to be kind of a big fun thing.
Oh, okay.
And knowing James Gunn now, had we known him then like we know him now, that would have been fun to like place a pool of like what heroes would have been there. Kind of like the Defenders.
Okay.
But that having been said, now that we know that the first family is pre-established, they've already like casted a bunch of characters in the movie. We found out this week that Ralph Ineson is going to be playing the World Devourer Galactus.
Interesting choice. I have seen the Witch movie, which is by Robert Eggers. Movie's really good. I know a lot of people don't like it, but like Robert Eggers movies in A24 is a bit of an acquired taste. They're more like independent kind of like art house horror movies with like sci-fi twists. They're not overly gory, they're not overly scary, but they strike a pretty good balance. Depends on how most of the movies kind of have like their audience split, like Lighthouse. You got like I said, The Witch. He's going to be doing Nosferatu coming out, which I'm very excited for. That's coming out on Christmas this year. That's our Christmas movie for me and my wife. So we're actually going to be going to go see that around that time. And she actually has made clear she wants to see the original, which I have on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. So shout out to Kino. Everybody could still go get the original classic. It looks great on Blu-ray, but You know, Ralph is a really good actor. I'm still concerned about who we cast as like fucking Reed Richards with Pedro Pascal. I think that's a horrible fucking choice. Um, but if we got a good turn from Ralph here as a villain, maybe. My big question would be: is he going to be in cloud form? And what are we getting out of Silver Surfer? Is it going to be a Silver Surf her, or
Yes.
Silver Surfer him?
Silver Surfer is going to be a female in this movie.
I don't get that, but I'm not the comic guy. Please tell me I'm wrong, Kevin. Is there a female Silver Surfer in Marvel at all?
Yes, and I believe this particular character is the original Silver Surfer's wife or girlfriend, the one that he became Silver Surfer to protect. Like, her name was Shala Ball, and his whole sacrifice was to protect her and his homeworld.
Okay, so they're not making this up. This is actually a legitimate character out of the comic books.
Yes. So there are going to be a ton of people who are all, oh, it's this and that. They're changing it. I don't think that they're necessarily changing it per se. They're just kind of fast forwarding that particular character to be this one.
Okay.
But I never read any of those, so I couldn't say. I know her from being Silver Surfer's wife, from when you first started seeing Silver Surfer and Galactus and Doom. My friend's brother had all the early early issues, so I got to read all the early issues, like with my hands, and they were beautiful to touch. So I love those. And so I'm a little kind of like bummed that it's not going to be Norrin Rad as Silver Surfer. But again, I can't be mad at it. I'm just happy to see that we're going to get to see him.
Yeah. Now, did you like how it was portrayed in like the Fox movies with the Silver Surfer? I mean,
yes,
the one movie where it was the Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I did like the Silver Surfer in that movie. Yes.
Now, wasn't that voiced by Lawrence Fishburne, if I'm not mistaken? Okay, thank you.
Yep, and I want to say Doug Jones was the body, so you really couldn't go wrong. Right. That was kind of like a winning combination there.
I remember thinking that was the only good part of that movie.
I think so, because Galactus, you saw his shadow at the beginning, and that was it. You never see him except for like a cloud form. And you always were like, well, okay, are they going to come back and do like a director's cut maybe, which we never really got those back in 2005. So or 2007 or whatever it was.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
But I don't know. I hope we get to see the giant purple Galactus. That's my big hope. He doesn't even have to be the big bad in the movie, but just I hope that's what we get to see. Something. Yeah,
if awesome they were gonna do this like how they did like the first couple of phases, like if this truly is a reset, if we start getting him in like end credit scenes for a few movies, that's okay. Take a moment to build him up, because normies don't know Galactus. Normies know Doctor Doom. Save Doctor Doom. Literally save Doctor Doom. Please don't put him in any of these movies unless you know you can handle making that character correct. This first movie with the Fantastic Four is going to be very telling how they're treating all their characters and the story. Because if you fuck up Fantastic Four, this is Marvel doing Fantastic Four. I remember for years everybody's all said, I just can't wait for Marvel to get their rights back. And don't fucking lie to me, everybody. If you have been around as long as we have, yeah, we're crotchety old men. Fuck that shit. We've been hearing for like 20 years. Once Marvel gets the rights back, they'll make a Fantastic Four movie. If this movie does not work and does not succeed, nobody can make a Fantastic Four movie. Nobody.
Other than Corman.
Hey, that 1994 Roger Corman movie, as horrible as the special effects are and some of the costumes are, that movie is fucking awesome. My wife has flat out said that movie looked super cheap, but it's by far the best Fantastic Four movie she has ever seen, and she's seen them all. and she's not the big sci-fi geek. She likes her video games. She likes some of her sci-fi movies. She's more fantasy. So when we talk about Lord of the Rings, that's more her speed. We talk about something like this, it's like, yeah, I know a Fantastic Four. I've seen Spider-Man, the animated series. She's played the video games, X-Men, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, things like that. She knows of these characters. This is not like her wheel well, though. But even she said that Roger Corman movie was actually a lot of fun to watch. And it actually has a good heart and spirit to it. If this movie can't even capture like the heart and spirit of what truly makes the Fantastic Four a brilliant adaptation from the comics, then what the hell is Marvel really trying to do here? You cannot be going for the big bucks. You have got to make a good fucking story. I'm curious to know who's actually writing this fucking movie.
Kevin.
They can cast whoever the fuck they want, but if they have a shitty script, they're cashing the check and checking the fuck out.
I don't know. Like, I've been suspecting for a while that they've been using AI writers for some time. We'll see if they actually are or not, but
it's directing a script from Eric Pearson, Josh Friedman, WandaVision writers. Or Peter Cameron is at least one of the WandaVision writers. I see more than 2 writers on here. When I see more than 2 writers, I foresee a problem because it's been rewritten then at least 2 or 3 times. Because everybody got to get accredited if they're keeping enough of their writing in the script.
Yeah, unless they've got like a writer's room like they did with She-Hulk. But again,
well, this is a movie. You can't really do a writer's room with a movie.
No.
So I guess we'll see.
I hope it's better than the last.
A Frankenstein adaptation by Guillermo del Toro. Coming up, he will also be seen starring opposite Jacob Elordi, Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and Christopher Waltz in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein for Netflix.
That sounds fun.
Okay, I'll take that, please.